All right. Well, hello everyone. So, just doing some hot cocoa corner today. It is July 8th. So, it's been July 8th hot cocoa corner. And we're just going to go over what the weekly schedule is, as well as some stuff that's been happening in the different games that I keep an eye on throughout from last week. So, going over real quick. Here we have our weekly schedule. So, of course, today is Monday hot cocoa corner. We started, I think, a few minutes early because I need something there's something I want to watch at 9 o'clock, so I want to do this and have time for that. So, hot cocoa corner today, Tuesday, or I'm going to just kind of rest because I have a really busy day tomorrow. Then on Wednesday for Honkai Star Rail, we're going to be pulling for Argenti's Light Cone at 1 p.m. That should hopefully be really quick. Not as quick stream, but like quick to get his light cone because I have like a really high pity on the light cone banner. And while the last light cone I did get was the one lady with the pink hair. The what's her name? The divine overseer for the Lawfu. I did get her light cone. It's kind of funny. I got her light cone, but I didn't get her. But the light cone banner is 75%, 25%. And since my pity is kind of high, I'm hoping to get his light cone in like, a 10 pull or even a 20 pull because I'm saving up for other characters. If I don't get it and I lose the 50-50 or I guess the 75-25 in this case, then I'll just kind of be like, okay, maybe next time and we'll just move on because I'm trying to save up funds for all the other cool characters coming, and but I still want to try for his life. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday. That'll be at 1 p.m. because for me, I don't think the banners switch over until like noon. And so and I'll be eating lunch at that point. So I'll be doing it at 1 p.m. Thursday, we're probably gonna play some Zenless Zone Zero at 8 p.m. And then Friday is going to some Genshin and maybe the Natlan preview. There's a rumor going around that they're going to either have the Natlan preview on the 12th or the 3rd. I don't know. If it's not available on Friday, I might stream quickly on Saturday or Sunday just so we can kind of watch it together. But we'll see what it happens. So, but that's the schedule. And going into the stuff for the different games, let's see. They've been putting out some art for Siege and stuff like that. Some really cute things. There is this thing going on in the on the Twitter page. We have a code here. Oops. It's a little code here. It doesn't give any primo gems or anything. It gives some Mora and some extra little stuff, but it's kind of nice to have. So that if you play Genshin. They're also talking about the new summer event that's coming up with the limited time area, which you always want to make sure you explore the limited time area and get all the rewards and stuff like that when you can. Mainly because we had Golden Apple Archipelago 2 times, but it did look slightly different both times. And then we end up getting the that one Sumeru kind of amusement park, and it hasn't come back. It's not like, oh, we're doing one thing twice and then the next thing twice. It's like they're just doing new stuff. So make sure you explore, get all the rewards, take pictures, so on and so forth. I will be definitely streaming this stuff once it comes out. So I will have that video of it, but it's kind of like a once at a time thing. So you kind of want to enjoy that part. So you want to make sure you do that. Let's see, there's just some other little posts that they have this little outfit teaser to that style, which focuses on Kirara and Nilu, which is really cute. There's also a preview here where if you look at it and share it, it'll give you aura and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Right now, Leyline Overflow is happening, so if you want to get Mora, extra Mora, or talent books, or not talent, right? EXP books, EXP books. You that, which is pretty good. More about the character outfits, you can see here. They had this thing with Glee and the Duolingo bird going on. They have that. A lot of the stuff that they talked about basically that happened during the live stream. We don't know what the 4 stars for the banners are going to be, but we do know that Emily is going to be in the second phase. Navi and Nilu are going to be in the first phase because they are part of the summer event, and then Emily and Yelan are going to be in the second phase. I don't know. I was thinking about it before, and I'll have to see. Like, I'll have to try Emily out and stuff like that. It's so very difficult on trying to decide whether to roll for her or not, because on one hand, I keep leaning into, oh, she's kind of cute, wears glasses, she's a Dendro character. I have all the Dendro characters, and they're like the only group of characters in Genshin that I have every single one. So maybe I should roll for her. And then suddenly it leans over the other way, and it's like, oh, well, wait, her English voice sounds really young, and Natlin is coming, and she's kind of, she's sort of interesting with a character because she seems to have like tall lady proportions, but she has a medium-sized model. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's such a shame too, because they showed off this really beautiful artwork of her in this white dress, and it was a wedding dress. But I just thought to myself, like, if it matched her so much better. It was a white with like pink tracing and stuff, or pink lining. It was just so beautiful, and I thought to myself, if she looked like that in the game, I would have rolled for her in a heartbeat. She looks so beautiful. But unfortunately, her outfit right here, it's just like, I don't know, it's just too dark. It doesn't fit her, in my opinion. But it depends. I mean, I know with Emily, they had that whole like drip marketing for her, and everybody was sort of like picking and choosing which one they liked the best, and then she came out and she was none of those. And people got really upset. I wasn't really hooked in anyone specifically. But I am kind of surprised that she doesn't look like any of those. It's kind of like that concept art was the concept art they did, and then they said no to all of them until they threw it in the trash, and someone picked it up out of the trash. That's what the kind of vibe it gives me. So, but you have that whole thing. I will say the new area, it does look really cool. It's a whole like flower and or not flowers, paper, like origami folding and stuff. Looks really nice. I was surprised that they're gonna have like this whole big city in there, because I was expecting it to be a bit more like the last time where we had this sort of the amusement park, where you had like more like village-ish type buildings. They weren't like super huge buildings, but this one is just like, nope, here you go, whole city. So I'm like, wow, that is pretty cool. So that'd be nice. They're also bringing back the Ping Pang Finch Ball, which is really cute, and also I believe one of the rewards that you can get from this place is an origami Finch Ball, which you can like set up apparently on a stand. I don't know if you can set up on the you can only set them up on the stand, or if you can like put them and like around your teapot, like in the grass and stuff. So we'll have to take that. But there you go for Genshin Impact, pretty much. Oh, also Barbara's birthday happened, very cute. And so some other artwork for Sijuin and so on and so forth. So that was pretty good. For Honkai Star Rail, let's see. They're talking about the convention they went to, some artwork. Jade is coming up, because that was the other thing, is that Jade is the new character in Phase 2, and then she's alongside Argenti. That's why I'm rolling for Argenti's light cone on Wednesday. Because I have him, but I don't have his light cone, and I kind of would like to have it, because it's nice and it would make him more powerful. They're currently doing the Stellar Shimmer, which is basically a go in and fight the monsters, so on, within a certain amount of stages and get points like that. Have that one. More beautiful artwork. Here's with Traveler and Firefly. I do kind of wonder what's going to happen about with Firefly, because like, is she going to stay? I'm kind of curious, because if you're up on the story, it's sort of like, is she going to stay a Stellaron Hunter, sort of get what she wanted? You know, is she gonna, hop on the Astral Express with us? I mean, it really didn't say anything that she was. Like, is she just gonna kind of wander off? I mean, considering of how hard the whole, Firefly is kind of like the new little girlfriend for the Trailblazer, I can't imagine us like completely just leaving her behind and ditching her forever. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's interesting. But we're having Jade for beautiful artwork, and just so on and so forth. There's some Acheron and Silverwolf merch, the jackets and things. Also, Hoyo Fest is coming up. I don't think they've said the exact date yet, but it's kind of funny seeing it, because it's like, MiHoYo is getting quite a few games under their belt, because it's like we have Genshin, or I should say we have Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero. This one is Tears of Themis, which, if they brought a Tears of Themis over as a port, because right now it's only Android, I might try to play it. I did before, and it wasn't my thing. Also, it was only a mobile, and I have a potato phone, so that didn't really work out. I think this girl, I think she's supposed to like be representing MiHoYo, but I don't know 100% sure. But so she's but there you go with that whole bit. Zenless Zone Zero, of course, just got going. So they've been doing a bunch of stuff. They had this Discord quest stream that just finished up. Also, they had, during the official release countdown, they put out a lot of really artwork for some of the characters. They did some game optimization. They put out the voice actor reveal for this character, so assuming that she's going to be one of the characters that is going to be coming in one. But I don't know if it's actually official drip marketing, because they only put out the one, and I think if they were going to do more, it would have been done already, because this was done on July 6th and it's already the 8th. They also went and they gave everybody a free 10 pull for 50 million global downloads, which was really nice. It showed up in my mailbox. I was like, wait, what's this now? I was so surprised, because with Genshin, they don't do stuff like that. And yet, it's like, it's kind of one of those things, it's just as a little side note, it's not one of those things where, as a Genshin player, at first, you're like, oh, okay, Honkai Impact is getting a lot more rewards up front, and they get their celebrations and anniversaries are so much better and things like that. And then, okay, here's Genshin, which, is not as generous, I will say, in the same way. And you think to yourself, oh, well, Honkai Impact has been, existing for a lot longer, so of course it would, be getting better rewards and stuff like that. And then Honkai Star Rail came out, and now Zenless Zone Zero came out, and they're all more generous than Genshin. And it's like, it's getting to the point where like, okay, Genshin, yeah, director, your kind of stinginess is starting to sort of show. Maybe you should be a little nicer to your player base here, which I think they are, at least a little bit, because I have been seeing a lot more, what do they call those? Quality of life updates. I'm still waiting for them to put in that whole, ooh, roll 300 on the standard banner and you will be given, and you can pick a standard 5-star, because Honkai Star Rail has it, Zenless Zone Zero has it, Honkai Impact 3rd kind of was giving out enough standard 5-stars they didn't need it. But I'm just kind of like, okay, when is it Genshin's turn? Because I'm still missing Kaching. There's a lot of us who are missing that one character, and even if you just did it once, and even if it just if it started completely fresh right now, and it was like, oh, get to 300 again, and or get to 300, and we'll get that. At least it would be there. So Genshin, if you're watching, please don't at least give us that. We'd have to earn it, but it still would be nice. So you have that. They also, of course, have stuff for Ellen, because she's the current character that is on the limited banner. There's some stuff for that, and so on. If you guys want to go through all this stuff, you can. It's the game just kind of got started, so they have quite a bit of stuff here. And then, of course, they talked about the release program that was on the 20th. So there. Now, with Wuthering Waves actually got a little bit more updated. We actually had the drip marketing today, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. So we got the drip marketing for Zhang Li Yao, and I believe Zhang Li Yao is supposed to be a 5-star. Yeah, you can kind of see up here. He's got the 4 stars, and then the last star is over here. So he's a 5-star. I'll zoom in. I don't know why they do it this way. I guess maybe they're trying to do like, oh, shooting star type of idea, but he is a 5-star. Because if you look on 4 stars, they don't have this extra one on the side. As far as I know. But he is a 5-star. He looks pretty good. Everybody saw him and went, oh my gosh, welcome back, Lee. Because in Punishing Gray Raven, there is a character called Lee who basically kind of looks like this guy. His hair is more blonde, while this guy's a brunette. But apparently the hair also does the same sort of fade down here. Lee also has a robotic arm, and so on. And I believe Lee from Punishing Gray Raven is also kind of scientific-ish. So it's really nice that they have this guy. There is a rumor that he might be coming for free, but we don't know. So, if you want him, save your in-game currency. Because I don't want to say it and then you're like, oh, and then suddenly that's not how it works. But he looks really, really cool. I do hope he is actually free, that they're nice to us, and it's kind of like a gift to like, oh, hey, Punishing Gray Raven fans, you remember Lee and he was free? Here you go. And so they're giving like the Lee version to us in Wuthering Waves. I say that because the chances are I'm probably not going to have very much funding after Changli. I have been saving up. I only plan on trying to roll for like 1 copy of her and also get her weapon. Because I want to be a Changli main and at least start off somewhere. However, this guy is really cute. So you have him. They also had the drip marketing for another character who is this girl, and her name is Genzi? Genshi, I think. Super cute. She's apparently an artist. So she got like a big brush and whatnot. Super cute. I love her eyes and her little glasses. She gives me kind of like Sucrose vibes or Hua Hua vibes from Honkai Star Rail. So super cute. I believe she's also, yeah, she's also a 5-star, as you can see up in the corner. But super cute girl. If I have anything left over from Chang Li or whatever, I might do a 10 pull on her just to see what happens, just because she's super cute. But she might also get put on my, rerun list. But she's really awesome. So you have her. That was the drip marketing today. They're also doing kind of a photography event, and so on. Yeah, these gifts of gratitude, probably should have gotten these two by now. This one is coming up on the 10th, so that would Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday, and also Chang Li looking amazing as always. Beautiful. I'm really excited to see her story quest because she played a big role in um in the Mount Firmament quest, and she was awesome. But it would also be really super cool to get more into her, because that quest, like, she came along with us as kind of like our wayfinder guide character, and so we saw just basically how much she cares about Jinzhou and she cares about Jinxi, and how much she was willing to risk. And so she's a really strong and determined and caring character. But it will also be nice to see, like, what's her past about? What's she gonna be doing? How did she get where she is, and so on. Also, too, I kind of RP her, so it's good to know that information, so that I can make my RP for canon, and less me just trying to make stuff up. But that'll be really exciting. Her voice actress does a really good job too. So that was another thing too, when I did the main story. Um, when we did the main story, it really helped, at least in the English version, because that's what I was playing on. That Jinsei, Hue, or no, it's hard for me because they spell it one way, but it's not how you say it. Jue, um, Jue and Chang Li were voiced really, really well. I think they really did a good job. Rover still seemed a little bit flat, in my opinion, but they didn't talk a huge amount, so you didn't really notice it too much. Which I play the female Rover too, by the way. The male Rover might have been better. I don't know. Also, we found out some really cool info about ourselves, and sort of like, hey, we've been here before, which is kind of funny, because when you look at Wuthering Waves in comparison to Genshin, we're kind of doing a similar thing, but instead of us being there before, it was our twin who had gone on this path before us, and now we are following in their footsteps. In this one, it's more of oh, you personally have been here before, and now you came back again without your memories. Kind of is similar to, I know in Arknight's Enfield, they're talking about how you have the, the doctor, okay? And like the idea that, oh, the doctor has been, they keep putting the doctor in cryo sleep and then waking them up when they need help, and then they willingly go back into cryo sleep again. Like, okay, I'm too important to let myself grow old and die, so you guys just keep freezing me, and just make sure you wake me up every once in a while. So, which is not that different from what happened to the Doctor in the original Arknights. Although I think with that one, what happened was the had the Doctor, they were doing their thing, and then I think they got like kidnapped or captured or whatever, and they were put into cryosleep, I think against their will. Then the Rhode Islands tracks them down and finds them and manages to pull them out of cryosleep, but they don't remember anything because the cryosleep damaged their memories. So it's kind of like you're the Doctor, but they're also kind of a somewhat of a self-insert so that you there's also kind of sort of self-insert so you can kind of put yourself in as the Doctor. And this is kind of the same way. Although in Arknight's Endfield, you can choose a girl now. It's not just, a person who is completely covered and may or may not be male or female. It's like this one is, okay, no, you can pick. They look a lot younger, though, than the original Doctor. But I guess it doesn't matter that much. But there you go with that. So that is for Wuthering Waves. I looked up, there really wasn't anything new for like Arknights or Enfield or the Project Mugen or anything like that. Do It Night Abyss did put out one little post the other week. So it was on Friday, I think it was. It was just this one about with this picture with this little girl character. It says, now it's time for fantasy fox hunters who got captured in Lunar Rector's fantasy spray will embark on a journey to the land of dreams. Trust what your eyes show you and choose what you truly wish for. So, just a little, I guess, interactive thing. But really no news about the game. I guess I'm assuming they're working on it. Let's having my screen and make sure. Okay, so really nothing new from Project Mugen, although with how popular Zenless Zone Zero is, and Project Mugen has kind of a similar to it, I think that would be really good considering they're kind of like a open world urban fantasy. But again, we haven't really heard anything from them except from that one little bit back in the day. Arknights Enfield, like I said, we haven't really heard anything more about them lately except for this nice picture they put out at the end of June, or around the end of June. Yes. But you have that. Let's see. There's Do It Night Abyss, which we talked about. Nothing really from Azure Parmelia. They don't even like have I think they do have a Twitter account, but there's really nothing on it. It's just like a placeholder, and they don't have a Discord server as far as I know, so I can't follow them or anything from there. And then for Blue Protocol, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Blue Protocol. I don't even know if, some people are being really negative and they're all like, oh, Blue Protocol's never coming to global, just give up, forget about it, whatever. Other people are still holding on to hope. They're still being a little bit optimistic. Those channels have mentioned that, maybe Blue Protocol isn't doing so well over in its home country, which I think is Japan. Isn't doing so well, and so it might not come over to global because of that. Although I know some people were like, in this day and age, it's sort of like you need to go big or go home, in the sense of release it to global, release it to your home country, and see where it goes, because in that case, it's like if it fails, at least you know, threw out your bait to everybody and saw where it did well instead of just focusing it on one country, and then when it failed, you're like, oh, okay, and that was it. So, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those points where I'm interested in Blue Protocol because it kind of seems like a Mabinogi Final Fantasy 14 type of game. Um, they even have, well, they might have um anyway. But but again, it's sort of like when you have all these games coming out, it's one of those points of you only have so much time. You only have so much time and energy to do things, and I think like the max games you really should only be holding on to is like three. Like you could play three at the same time, because any more than that and you start doing a whole, oh, I log in, I do my stuff, I quit. I log in, I do my stuff, I quit. You know, and then just like, are you playing the games or are you just doing the FOMO, so the fear of missing out? And that's not a good play. So, but anyway, but I think that is about it. Like I mentioned, tomorrow I will be resting because I have a busy day tomorrow. But on Wednesday I will see you guys hopefully at 1 p.m. Where I will be pulling hopefully for Argenti's light cone, crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that I will actually get the light cone. One, because my pity's really high. Two, um, it is a 75% 25% split instead of 50-50. And also, I haven't rolled on the light cone banner for quite a while, and so I'm hoping for some like, you know, gotcha luck that has built up. Also, too, I believe Sunday's other light cone is going to be on that banner, so I'm kind of hoping to get both Argenti's and the little Sunday light cone. The Sunday light cone is only like 4-star, so but that would be really cool. And then Thursday we'll probably do some Zenless Zone Zero, and then Friday will be some Genshin. Um, I will be doing some Wuthering Waves at some point, but that's won't be for like another 14 days or whatever, because I'm going to be streaming my my Changli rolls for sure. But that's not going to be for a while. Jinxi's banner is very long. I think, to be honest, I think the whole patch is long, but Jinxi's banner seems long. But we're gonna do that. I think for next week, Genshin 4.8 will go live, and so we'll be doing that on Wednesday, which will be the 17th. And so we'll be able to check that out and have fun with that. And then I'll be streaming a lot of Genshin again, or uh, the Twitch live stream events, and so. So I know, to be honest, I would do it for like Honkai Star Rail and stuff, but their stream event is awful. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but like they did it once, and they, instead of setting it up like Genshin's where it was like, oh yes, go ahead and stream, and then we'll look over all your stream stuff, and then it will give you the primo gems. They went and did a whole, oh, you for this, you know, this many hours a day or whatever, and then you go back to the main page and you click and you accept your rewards. Thing is, those rewards are limited, so if you don't get into the queue originally, you don't get anything. Like I remember the first time they did it, I remember streaming, and then I took a break for one day. I came back and found out that basically all the rewards had been stashed up already. So even if I continued to stream for the rest of those like 20 hours or whatever they wanted, I wasn't going to get anything. And I'm like, well, that wasn't very nice. They tried it again, or I think what happened too was that people complained that what happened was that you had people who were like buying or hiring bots or something to boost their numbers, and And then they were like going AFK, so like they were stealing rewards from people who were actually playing, which was bad. And then I didn't see anything from the streaming event or for Honkai Star Rail streaming for a long time. And then suddenly it came back and they made it worse because they basically said, "Oh, you have to have like 500 people viewing you while you are doing your streams." And I'm like, okay, so you basically just cut out every little streamer there is and encourage the people who were buying bots. Like that's a horrible decision. So obviously that didn't work out well for them either because they haven't done that again. So I don't know if they're gonna do Endless Zone Zero. Even if they do, I don't think I'll take part in it. I like Zenless Zone Zero, but it's not really something I feel like playing every day. Once in a while, maybe. But I have, like I said, I have other games that I'm enjoying. Like I like Genshin, I like Wuthering Waves, and I like Honkai Star Rail. So, it's you have to basically pick and choose. But there you go. All right. Well, I think that is about it for all that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm looking at my calendar. So Argenti's and Jade's banners are gonna start on the 10th. And that means probably on the 9th. No, either the 19th or the 26th they'll have their live stream for Honkai Star Rail. But it's hard because I expected Wuthering Waves to do a live stream too, and they didn't. And so I'm like, oh. And so it's like it seems like MiHoYo is one of the only ones that actually do decent live streams. So I'm like, okay, I really like watching the live streams. It really helps. It helps you get hyped and everything instead of them just kind of throwing out the stuff, at your feet. Although I will admit the first Zenless Zone Zero live stream wasn't that good. They kind of talked a lot about like, ooh, the background stuff of the game, but then didn't actually talk about what was going to happen in the game. They basically put out a lot of that stuff on Twitter after the fact. I was like, you guys should have mentioned this stuff. This is sort of important to all of us who are actually playing the game. But anyway, I'm not gonna complain. We got a live stream, and they'll probably improve those. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and for spending this hot cocoa corner time with me. And I will Wednesday at 1 p.m. should be. Great. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you have a great rest of the time, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye.